You know this scene. Timon holds up a grub, Pumbaa is horrified, and then he eats it, and his whole face changes, slimy yet satisfying. The whole world laughed at this scene, and then the whole world spent the next 30 years trying to manufacture the same level of satisfaction. Billions of dollars, lab meat, precision fermentation, plant-based everything. And how did that go? Beyond Meat's stock is down 90% from its peak. Unit sales of plant-based meat down 10%, alternative dairy down 5%. Consumers aren't rejecting protein, though. They're rejecting fake. They're moving back towards foods that are real, natural, ancient. And what's ironic is that not a single one of these alternative protein technologies was actually solving protein deficiency where protein deficiency exists. Over 200 million people in Africa are chronically undernourished. It's home to the largest number of people that aren't hitting their protein goals. Between the 1960s and 2013, Asia per capita increased its protein supply by over 60%, whereas Africa was less than 30%. These technologies have been trying to convince wealthy consumers to eat differently, and that's not going to feed the world. Meet the Rhynchophorus phoenesis. This is not a novel ingredient. It is an original one. It's consumed as a delicacy in West and Central Africa, Southeast Asia, parts of Latin America. It's known as akokono in Ghana and mpose in Congo. It tastes like seafood and has the texture of sausage. In certain cities, it's so prized it retails for over $30 a kilo. It just never had the infrastructure to match its greatness. And that's what we've done. Before you wonder whether the world is ready for this, remember that lobster was once considered so undesirable it was force-fed to prisoners. Sushi was raw fish for the poor. Both are now among the most premium foods on the planet. It was the storytelling, the supply chain, and the infrastructure that changed. At Legendary Foods, we have developed pioneering technology that allows us to farm the palm larva at a scale it's never been farmed before. That technology has allowed us to reduce the cost. It produces a fraction of the emissions when you compare it to conventional livestock, uses minimal land, and almost 1,000 times less water when you account for feed use, because palm larvae can be grown on industrial agricultural waste. We sell whole, fresh, live, moving larvae to the captive market. But we also have developed 2 flagship consumer brands. Santé Chateau, a protein-fortified condiment where we fully and partially substitute shrimp powder that is otherwise imported and very expensive. And Ako Cookies, a lactose-free shortbread protein-enriched biscuit. Both are distributed nationwide across Ghana and also reach neighboring markets via export. We also have an offtake agreement with KFC Ghana to supply our condiment. We go one step further, though. To synergize the natural nutrition of the palm larva that is rich in B vitamins, zinc, and iron, we add a recognized micronutrient mix containing vitamin A, C, iodine. This helps make our products more powerful and fortify them greater. Beyond food, we can also extract the fat from the palm larva, which is ripe for skincare formulations. We call it palm emollient. Our destination is to become Africa's leading homegrown ingredient company, supplying food manufacturers across the region with protein powders, palm emollient, and micronutrient-enriched food. Most of the protein ingredients for the food supply chain are imported from Asia, Brazil, and Eastern Europe on the continent. We're also now expanding our farming technology to the Republic of Congo, where people love palm larvae. It's a delicacy, and it's usually foraged, and we're now able to supply it in a farmed, sustainable way by using our vertical farming technology. The model that works in Ghana is now ready to travel, and our goal is simple: to make protein just as accessible as carbohydrates. Thank you.